It's okay.
Yeah.
Why?
It's not in the way.
You don't like when things get in your way.
Yeah, I like
The tabletops, you gotta like. You just feel because then you have the table restricting you, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that, bro? You can move the arm out the way. You can't move a table, bro. Who are you?
Are you
Hulk Hogan?
comfortable?
Hulk Hogan?
You comfortable?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
You don't look comfortable.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there, bro.
Relax a little bit.
I'm
Stay a
chilling,
while.
bro. I'm chilling, man.
All right.
Just took off my jacket, man. I'm good here, bro.
Yeah, you good? All
Good.
right, man.
But yeah, man. We
Yeah.
back. We back.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Popular demand.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
episode
you know
is
what
this,
I'm
bro? We got to do our research beforehand and just find out what episode we're doing.
I don't know. I
We
lost
are
count.
always- Yeah, we
Lost count. Doesn't matter
That's
what
a
number
good
we're
thing,
at.
bro.
You know, as long as people are tuning in, we straight.
Yeah, we here, man. We here.
Bring it back.
You know?
Bring that thing back.
Damn, son, where'd you
Yeah.
find this?
I don't know, but no. It's a lot of I don't know, we're in a weird time.
Of course, man.
I had a lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
Questioning a lot of things
Yeah.
recently.
Mm-hmm.
Because for one thing, nothing is as it seems. Nothing is as we once believed it to be.
No, I don't know. We're learning a lot during this time period.
Oh. The world as we know it has ceased to exist.
Okay, all right. Is this a Disney movie now, bro? What do you mean cease to exist?
Think about it, man. All the things that we were doing
Yeah.
before this,
Uh-huh.
before COVID, before 2020. Do you remember the last time you were in a function with a bunch of people? You were allowed to shake hands, hugging.
The last time I was in
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Shit,
It's been a while.
Huh?
It's been a while.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I'll go with that, yeah.
We're not going
Yeah,
back
it's
to
been a
that.
while. I mean,
We might never go back to that.
nah, we're going back to that for sure at some point, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way we're staying like this forever, man. It doesn't make any sense.
Cop yourself one of them helmets. You seen them helmets with
The
the
freaking, like the whole, nah, that's too much, bro. Have you seen, you played Among Us, bro?
No, was that a video game?
Yeah, it's like that game where people, you try to find the imposter
No.
shit. It looks exactly like that, bro. It's crazy. But like the helmets that I seen you talking about, very prone to have someone coming up from behind you and just doing whatever. You have no side vision. What are you doing here?
There's no turning your neck.
You know?
Can't. You
What
gotta turn
am
your
I
whole
doing
body.
here, bro? Yeah.
It's like when you have a
I didn't
stiff
sign
neck
up for this.
rolling out of bed.
Huh?
You have a stiff neck and you roll out of bed. Stuff's
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, yeah, I know those ones. That's
Can't
always on
turn.
one side or the other. Yeah.
Can't turn your like. Someone
Yeah,
calls your name
shit.
and you
It's
just
like, damn.
try across the street.
That's probably one of the worst. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, bro.
You definitely would. There's a lot of things
crazy.
you'd wish on your worst enemy. Don't act on it. Don't say that. You
What's
would.
another one of them?
Heartbreak. You wish heartbreak on
Oh,
your worst
man.
enemy.
But heartbreak goes away after a long time. Like,
Does it?
Yeah. It takes
Sure?
some time to go, yeah.
You seen that from experience?
After a couple of Bryson Tiller tracks and some Drake songs, you're good to go, man. You're back in the playing game.
Might
You're
not
back
be.
in the field.
You might not be.
You look like you are talking from experience.
I'm always talking from experience, even when I'm not talking from experience.
Okay.
I'm talking from experience.
I see
know
what
me?
you did there. Okay.
You see
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you got something.
Maintain the mystery. You feel me?
Okay.
No, but you know, news and politics and all that shit. You know,
Yeah.
I sat there and wondered. You know, we talk about democracy a whole lot.
We're in Canada. We should, bro.
Yeah,
We should.
should.
Yeah.
Is democracy a lie we just tell ourselves? Do
I think it helps us get over a lot of issues.
you think so?
Yeah.
Do you
100%.
truly think that? I think Canada, yeah,
Yeah.
it resembles democracy.
Yeah. It tries.
Tries to.
Yeah.
I think does better job than the
She
United
tries.
States.
100%.
You know,
And it's clear of how we handled a lot of issues, COVID being one of them. But yeah, I think we do a better job.
do you think we should start going back to real life now? Do you think it's ready to open everything up?
Ask your grandma that. I'm being dead serious. Like, ask her that. She'll probably say no. Like, stay your ass
My
out.
grandma's just chilling in the crib.
Mine is too, but like, shit. I'm still so hesitant. Like, I sometimes think of like what could happen if I went out, did some foolishness, came back and gave the disease or the whatever to some family that couldn't handle it as well as I could. And having that on your shoulders, being like, okay, I'm the one that did that. That's got to be tough. That's worse than heartbreak.
Yeah, but what about the shit that's also been destroyed because of maybe the lockdown necessarily?
COVID.
Yeah, like
mental health.
like mental health for
Yeah.
one thing. I think suicide and stuff like that has gone up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Abuse,
Yeah,
divorce.
spousal.
A lot of other
yeah.
things have
Yeah,
happened as a result of locking down for COVID.
Yeah.
So
There's good and bad.
there's give and take. So taking those into consideration, does locking down still
make a thing?
make sense? If you lock everything down to prevent the virus from going up, right?
Yeah.
So to curb the curve, but everything else rises as a result of keeping people at home. Does it still make sense to stop people?
I mean, so like you were saying, it's a give and take relationship. I think by not locking things down, people are still gonna have their caution on. Their guard's gonna be up, but they're gonna be able to go outside. They're gonna be able to do things they want to do. I get that. Gyms will be open and whatnot. So in that sense, I see the benefits 100%. I think right now, as a politician or when you're in places of power that have the control to have the responsibility to make those decisions, you still want to make sure you're doing the morally sound thing. So like on paper, I think obviously, bar none, human lives take precedence, right? And as a politician, you're thinking, okay, I'm trying to protect as many lives as I can. And I think what sometimes they fail to realize is that by locking people in, you're affecting their lives. You may be helping the seniors, but like you're saying, the mental health, the suicide rates, all that is going up now. So it's like it's a byproduct of actually trying to save people is you're, in a sense, hurting them.
So doesn't that make it counterintuitive?
In a sense, but it's like, I think we're at a point now where it's like, if you take out the lockdown, people are still going to be overly cautious. People are still going to wear masks. People are still going to do the fist bump. You know what I mean? We're at a point now, like, I don't know if there's going to be a new or the same normal as before.
And then, obviously it does involve a lot of politics.
Oh, hell yeah.
Going back to politics, you talk about like Trump and
you love
all
Trump,
this
bro.
shit. I think Trump is a very, very interesting person.
Very. Yeah.
I think he's a very interesting individual. I don't know how he became how he came into power, but it bears the question, going back to democracy, right? We tell ourselves, okay, democracy is fair, you go and you vote. But then you think about, for Americans and even for Canadians, because I've seen something on the Earning Your Leisure that said, why is everything online except for voting?
Yeah, I just seen that post. Yeah,
like
it makes no sense.
And I started asking myself the question, with all the voter suppression and shit you hear about and how difficult it is for Black people to vote, essentially that means that, first of all, a lot of Black people don't want to leap through those hurdles to vote in the first place because, if you got to freaking stand in line for 11 hours just to vote, that kind of eradicates everything that democracy is about. Because
desensitize people going out and making their vote count,
and that's why you get most of the people that vote, like, from my understanding, when you see like people who vote Republican, right, which is majority white people, right, white people understand the importance to vote. They have the access to vote. I think we said the other day on the other episode, accessibility is a big thing, right?
It all comes down to that at the end of the day.
So if it's not accessible for Black people to vote, and that means that a large percentage of Black people aren't voting, which means a large percent of the population is being unheard.
Yeah, being ignored, disregarded.
That
favors the playing field for a lot of people that do have the access to it.
Not just that, it totally that whole idea of democracy is pretty much flawed and fabricated in the American lens.
So when you think of democracy, you think of fairness.
I think of everybody's vote contributing.
Okay, so in that sense, voter suppression is a real thing. Having your vote online would help, but people still have the opportunity to go out and vote. We can't say that they're not able to go out and vote because they still can. It just makes it harder for them. And I think that's something that is important to say because they can still participate in a democratic society.
If it takes you 1 hour to go and do your vote, but it takes you 11 hours, are you still going to go and take that 11 hours to go vote out of your day?
Depends how much you value voting. That's really all it comes down to. But, of course, there's advantages and disadvantages with that. So, in a sense, democracy, it is about fairness, but
on top of that, you have the electoral colleges and all the other
all the
other
system.
things, and so it's like the way we understand democracy to be. From what I interpret, it doesn't really seem like democracy is that.
So I think
it's not clear cut.
The idea, I said this before, the idea of democracy, like the initial premise of it, it makes sense. It's about getting everyone's voice heard and favoring the majority. And a lot of times I hope it happens, but it's hard for us to know what goes on behind the scenes, right? So the idea of it makes sense, but when you have actors that are within it that don't play by the rules, or are doing some shady things or fishy things or whatever it may be, and even including that with just voter suppression and certain strategies to implement that, it's like tough now. So the idea of it works when everything else works, when everyone within a democracy is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But obviously that's not the case. People aren't perfect.
So then democracy is it's a fake thing. It's not real. Because if America is supposed to be the place where everybody's vote counts, right?
Yeah.
The example is very flawed. If we talk about Canada, we talk about, you have the freedom to vote for whoever you want, but then, with the last election, the narrative became voting for X doesn't make sense because it's going to be between Y and Z.
Yeah, it's two parties.
So then even there, the concept of democracy is not, because the people that want to vote for X are now convinced that their vote for X is like splitting votes, like the Kanye thing.
So it's funny enough that you notice that, because there actually was 1 year where a third party came into power. I think it was maybe for a month or two. Mm-hmm. But besides all the other times, it's been liberal or conservative, which is kind of it's crazy. Mm-hmm. Because regardless if you vote for a NDP or you vote for a Green Party or Bloc, it's like, damn. From, I'd say, the 70s or 80s, it's always been liberal or conservative. Mm-hmm. So in a sense, are you wasting that vote? Or do you continue to still vote for a party that, shares your ideals the most? Or do you sacrifice that and vote for the conservative or liberal party who may not fully align with your ideals, but they share more than the other party?
I'm just, it's something to think about, because Canada and America are supposed to be, I think, the most forward, progressive countries in the world, because then
they're up there.
All the other places that pretend that democracy is a thing, we saw what happened in Russia, right? Putin's been in power for how long? He's going to be in power for how much longer, right? And they go off the same democratic structure, but the people within the structure are flawed. It's flawed. We talk about Iran, same thing. Mm-hmm. Like all these other countries that say they stand for democracy really operate dictatorships.
So it's tough to democracies don't work clearly. So now we have to look at the alternatives. You just named one.
What, dictatorship?
Dictatorships, autocracies, monarchs,
anarchs.
How do those seem? How do those look to you?
I don't know, man.
So it's like, do you side with those and take the hits that come with that, or do you stay within this democratic system hoping for some change to come? Because I do think change will come, but it's just like it's
I don't know, man.
It's a matter of time.
It's a weird thing to think about. I mean,
it's
and then we think about the labels that come with the parties and everything involved, and when you're watching the presidential debate, Biden was like, "Oh, I'm not a socialist. I'm not for socialism."
Yeah,
and really and truly, if America wanted to eradicate all the problems that America has,
it just spread the wealth.
Bernie Sanders would probably be
simple as that. But he'd be the guy. Mm-hmm. But the thing with that is you can't please everyone, bro.
100%.
People are gonna be pissed.
100%.
Whether it's the lower class, middle class, or upper class, people are gonna be pissed. So it's I think I forgot. Yo, he was on Dragon's Den, bro.
Who?
I forgot his name, man. Shit. He had a quote, but I'll pull it up. I'll show it in the visuals, anyways. But he had a quote saying that people that come from lower income housings, they gotta pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking bro, a lot of them don't even have boots to pull themselves up with in the first place. So it's that mentality of work hard for what you want. Work ethic will get you further. I agree with that 100%. But there comes a time and place where it's the barriers and the obstacles that are in front of people, it's hard to overcome sometimes. And that goes back to your example of like the voter suppression of like the 1 hour versus the 11 hours. Like it's clearly unfair. It's clearly unfair.
Yeah. So in that case, then
it's disadvantage.
It's just a myth, fam. Democracy is a myth.
But how do you make it equal for everyone? Like there's no measure of saying, okay, that line was 45-minute wait. The line up in freaking Quebec was 1:13. That's not equal in itself either. So like, it's tough to even measure that. You know what I'm saying? What system would you even measure that with? These are questions that you got to ask before you ask questions. Yeah.
I mean, I truly believe every government's corrupt, just corrupt in their own ways.
Do you think there's one like
good-hearted
government? It's probably some like small ass country.
I haven't seen one yet. Have you seen one?
Denmark?
I think Japan would probably be the only one.
They're progressive as hell too.
They're very progressive.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you because every government that I read about, come across, whatever, is corrupt.
I think the good governments are the ones you often don't hear about.
That makes sense. They just operate.
You know what I'm saying? They
just go about their business.
They don't need the sensationalism.
I wouldn't even say Japan. I take that back. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why'd you take it back, Japan?
I just feel like at the end of the day, politicians are human.
Yeah. Humans are flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's flawed.
But it's the system that people place their hopes in. The system itself is perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. The system would work if everyone inside of it was perfect, but that's not the case. I think democracy works. Don't get me wrong. It's just the people inside it.
In what country has it worked up until now?
Okay, let's first ask this question. Define worked. Let's ask that first.
What's the metric?
What's the metric? You know what I'm saying? Quality of life?
Yeah, I think the quality of life in Canada is top notch.
Oh, very top notch. Yeah. A lot of people come here for multiple reasons, but that's one of them.
Wasn't my parents' first choice, but they got here. They made it.
Let's say the weather's a big factor for sure. I know
absolutely.
My family's one of them too as well. But
I just find I just find politics interesting. Because it's like you look at socialism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Democrats.
Wait, hold on. Before you go on, what's your thoughts on socialism, bro? Like,
I think the most successful countries in the world have socialist policies.
Yeah.
Not completely socialist, but
I think Japan is one of them actually.
Japan probably is the most.
South Korea or China. Yeah.
I like referencing the Nazis because they're socialist Democrats.
Yeah.
But when you look at like what this guy Hitler did, accomplished.
Yeah.
Even though like
accomplished,
his ideologies were fucked. He's killing Jews and all this shit. He brought Germany up from the ground up from nothing. From World War I, after Germany was like humiliated, and now in this day and age, 2020, 70 plus years later, all the capitalist societies use mostly German technologies from that regime. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy too is I like watching movies sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? And I've realized that a lot of movies have German like scientists and whatnot. They expose how they went and worked for the USA after in the CIA program. That's something that like
they brought them
on, bro. That's crazy.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? The influence is there. It's everywhere.
We've seen time and time again that the US is capable of like atrocities.
Of course, bro.
Their hands in
100%.
So that's why I don't understand when people find it a surprise or even when someone can question that the U.S. is still not capable of those evil.
People say that?
I've met some people. They're like, oh, yeah, no, Trump's a good guy. Okay, sure. I've had some conversations with some interesting.
This is Alberta, no, I'm guessing. Right?
Oh, come on, of course.
Of course, bro. Yeah, of course. UCP.
Some politicians.
Shout out Kenny. Actually, don't shout out Kenny.
Those guys are idiots, bro.
Yeah, that guy's different, man. He has some pretty like regressive policies, I'd say.
Regressive as well.
Yeah, I'd say his policies are very old fashioned, and he's received a lot of hate for them too. This was like last year, maybe he had a policy that made it mandatory for kids that identified as within the LGBTQ community in school or whatnot. They made it mandatory for those schools to report to their parents and let them know, yeah, your kid is that. So you know how in school when you may sign up for like a certain club or whatnot. So now the school is obligated to tell the parent like, yeah, your kid's in this club or that club. So Kenny made it mandatory to say like, if you join one of those clubs, any LGBTQ related clubs, you're getting that call to your parents. And so at that age, like, I mean, imagine being like 10, 11, 12. It's like, damn, it makes no sense because you don't get that call back if you're like on a basketball team. You know, your parents don't get the call if you're on a chess club team. So in a sense, it's now seeing Kenny kind of like
singling out,
making it seem like it's an atrocity. You know what I mean? So that in a sense received a lot of backlash from Alberta. This was like last year. I don't know if you.
I never remember. I don't remember hearing about it.
It was like a small policy I read about, but that's one of the things that he received a lot of backlash on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
But among that, he's been regarded as a racist, regarded as other things. I'm not gonna comment on that, but
I'm not a fan.
It is what it is. You're not a fan?
No.
Why is that?
You know, when our world is moving forward, you gotta move with it.
Yeah.
You gotta move with it. I mean, we see, you know, Trudeau the other day announced that he was going to commit a certain amount of money to electric cars.
Okay, keep going.
That is progressive.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, we don't know what's going on with the energy sector and all that shit.
Man. But just being environmentally conscious and friendly is...
So to try to double down on something that's in the hole.
Yeah.
It's been in the hole for a while now.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? Especially when, you know...
You're referring to the energy sector?
Yeah.
It's been in the hole?
Since like 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know? 2015. Especially when you knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
As someone that's in that... I'm not in the sector, but I've spoken to many people that work in it. And they say, you know, with everything going on right now, everybody knows energy was down way before COVID happened.
Yeah. So COVID, you can't use that as an excuse.
The crazy thing is, they knew well in advance, 10, 20 years ago, that this shit was going to happen.
COVID?
Not COVID.
Oh, the energy sector.
Just, fam, it's called non-renewable energy.
Mm.
Non-renewable.
Mm.
It means it's limited.
Bro, didn't Payman, remember when you had that episode with
Yeah.
Payman? Didn't he say that technically it is unlimited?
No. It says it's non-renewable.
Yeah,
they don't call it non-renewable for no reason.
Yeah, no, but he said, I forgot, I got to refer back to the episode, bro.
You gotta check the episode. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
He was talking about oil and gas. Yeah. I did my own research on it.
Huh?
I did my own research on it.
Okay.
Right? It's non-renewable energy.
Yeah.
It means eventually one day it will run out.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, does it not make sense to diversify into something else? Especially if right now, if I'm selling you a barrel,
yeah,
selling it to you for $1,
okay,
for you to process it, whatever, make it sellable, and you selling it back to me for $3.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense economically.
Nah.
I'm not in oil and gas.
Yeah,
I don't study economics. I'm not a fucking idiot. Doesn't make sense to give you something, sell it to you for $1. You sell it back to me for $3. It's mine. It's like me sending you tomato sauce for $1. You're sending it back to me as ketchup for $3. Why don't I just invest a little money and make a ketchup myself?
So what's happening there is the process of making the ketchup is what they're charging you for, the labor fee.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yeah.
So Alberta's referred to as the Texas of Canada. Texas has already started diversifying. They've been diversifying.
So yeah, right now you're just shaming Trudeau for that idiot.
No, I'm commending Trudeau. He invested $500 million into electric cars.
Oh, I thought you said renew. Okay, yeah. I see.
Renewable energy.
Yeah.
Like
you said energy sector. I didn't
energy.
know
Energy. Yeah. So
yeah.
It means that we're taking a step to move in a different direction.
100%.
You can't keep doing shit the same. Expect different results.
Yeah.
So it's very like simple when you say it. It's not that hard.
Nah.
Fam, when someone says to you non-renewable energy, what does that mean?
I'm thinking fossil fuels, oil and gas.
Non-renewable means it's gonna run out eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
it makes sense to kind of start moving away.
Yeah,
from it. In fact, the Corvette, like Chevy already announced that the Corvette we see right now is the last gas-powered Corvette. BMW just hired all the freaking electric scientists that specialize in battery-powered cars.
Yeah,
Tesla's the best-selling car in the market right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like everybody's moving that direction. Is it not time to slowly,
But yeah, it's just all about staying afloat and moving with the times. You can't do the same thing for years and hoping that it'll work and continue to work. It just that goes with anything too, though.
I'm not a politician. That's just my opinion. I'm just like I just feel,
bro, politics needs reinvention. It needs new thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think that even applies to politicians themselves. You need new and young minds to be in that position of power. I seen a video the other day. I think it was like this 80-year-old politician in the States.
Biden?
Interviewer asked a question. They're like, yeah, so what are your thoughts on X and Y policy? Da-da-da. She's like, aren't you enjoying the weather today, Sam? Such a great day. I'm like, she answered completely disregarded the question. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she didn't even mean to do that. Like she wholeheartedly believed like she was answering the question. You know what I'm saying? That to me was scary, bro. Because these are the people that are in power. These are the people that are making most of the decisions, that are voted in that places of power. It's like, I
don't trust an 80-year. If I was an American, you told me I had to vote between a 74-year-old and an 80-year-old.
I'm applying for my passport to Canada right now. My visa's Canada ASAP right now. Are you joking?
Doesn't make sense.
Idiot thing.
Doesn't make sense.
Idiot thing. What are you doing here?
An 80-year-old to run the country for the next 8 years. He's gonna be 88,
bro.
This 88-year-old has
from a retirement home.
This 88-year-old.
Yeah.
Whatever policies he puts in place right now, he's not gonna live to see them. He's not gonna live to see them.
Basically.
So it's like it doesn't make sense. Yeah. They talk about we're trying to work on the future of our country, bro. You guys are. I'm sorry, Biden and Trump are both off this in the next 20 years.
Oh man.
So that's why when I look at Canada and we have someone like Trudeau who's 40 something.
Yeah, he looks young too.
And he looks young.
Yeah. Shout out that guy, man.
I'm pretty sure he was the youngest prime minister to be
of all time. Yeah, so, I could say that. Yeah,
like we're in good hands with him.
Yeah,
his cohort is closer to us than any. Imagine he's debating policy and trade deals, and he's sitting across a man that's double his age, fam.
Yeah, age is it's a large piece of the puzzle, man. It's a large piece of the puzzle.
Biden was in office for 47 years. He signed off on a lot of the bills that really fucked over black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I understand, now you want to try to fix that shit, but it's like, yo, bro, like
it's a little too late.
The writing is kind of already on the wall for that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an idiot thing, bro.
She's too deep. It's like,
what are you doing here, bro?
And then you bring in.
That's like, you know what it's like, bro? It's like taking back an ex after 20 years of just consistent, toxicity.
Yeah. You just
kept I changed. There's a time limit to this shit, bro.
You just kept disappointing me over and over and over.
Where do we draw the line?
Over and over and over and over again. And now,
where do we draw the line, bro?
Exactly.
Now, I need answers, bro.
And now they want black people to save America. Save America how?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's crazy, man.
And Ice Cube has caught a lot of heat.
Yeah, for that deal. Yeah, for that deal with Trump.
People are so quick to just jump to conclusions. He didn't make a deal with nobody. He put it out there. He said,
he proposed it.
He proposed it.
Okay.
The Trump administration said, "Hey, we'll give you $500 billion." Biden administration said, "We'll talk about it after the election." So people jump to conclusions. Oh shit! Oh, Ice Cube
he's pairing with the devil.
Nigga, he's doing something.
Yeah.
Everybody else do nothing. It's quick to say, yo.
Yeah, I think in business, bro, you don't always have to agree with the other person's ideals or how they think, but if the plan itself, if the agreement itself benefits both parties, who cares what you think about a certain issue or a certain matter?
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, I'm going to take this deal, I'm going to bring it back with me, I'm going to benefit my community with this deal. You know what I'm saying? Just because he doesn't align with that shit doesn't mean I can't make it better for myself and my people and my community. Yeah. So in that sense, it just doesn't make sense, bro. I get why people hate Ice Cube for what he's doing.
I don't get it.
I can understand.
I don't understand.
You have to see this because you're joining with the. It's like basically, I say to you, yo, don't talk to this girl, bro. She's dissing me. She's doing this and that, and you go talk to her because she's slapping you 20 bones to.
No. You're making the assumption. You're making it seem like the money that was offered to Ice Cube, he took it. he presented the deal.
Yeah.
He didn't make any promises.
Yeah.
The Trump administration said, we'll do this. The Biden administration said, we'll do this. He's merely talking to both parties. He's entertaining. He hasn't committed anything.
I think it's just the engagement, though, too.
You have to engage. What other option does Black America have at this point?
Yeah, 100%. But I'm thinking all of Black America doesn't think the same, bro. That's the thing you have to understand. Like, people automatically assume if you're the devil, you don't even want to be around that, bro. You don't even want to be close to that. Although they have power, they have money, they have a lot of resources, you don't even want to be getting near that because they're the devil. They're just that, you know? So,
but then it's like, what? Then you sit here and allow for whatever's been happening to continue happening? Because that's the only other option.
No.
That's the only other option. So, like...
There's some other solutions.
There's no other solutions.
Black economics is one of them, bro.
We tried. We
we
tried, and look what happened. As soon as
we tried, and they
burned our shit down.
This was like when in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, yeah.
Was that the 30s?
Yeah, so it's not like for people to say, "Oh, Black people don't do this, Black people don't do." No, we tried. Every chance they got, and they tried. White people, every chance they got, they went and they burned it down.
Some of it was on us too, though.
No. It's not a Black.
We tried it here too, bro, and it was on us.
How was it on us?
The Jamaican community did it, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people wouldn't pay back and put it back in the community. They just take the money and go. So that's on us in a sense. They tried this in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was talking to some relatives about this, and that's a big issue in itself. So I'm saying, like, if we can fix that as well, too, that could be a solution. But do you think that would happen nowadays, too, as well, if you tried it again?
Depends where you try it.
That's what I was going to say.
Depends where.
Because in the 30s, we're talking about in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to say a predominantly southern racist.
Confederates,
yeah. During a time where acts of prejudice and acts of egregious violence was, I consider, a norm.
Mm.
You know, you can get away with that. I think nowadays, if you tried that, there'd be a lot more retaliation. You have media glorifying a lot of things. That would be brought to the forefront. Then you'd have other actors come in and say, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. We got to do something about that. So I think it would be a little bit different now. And I think it could work, bro. Shit, Iguodala had it written on the back of his jersey all throughout the playoffs,
economics,
bro.
yeah, but I don't know, man. It's a lot of layers to this shit. Like, it's a lot. And racism is a problem. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Do you think racism will ever end, or do you think any ism or phobia will ever completely be?
Because the problem is everybody in this world, majority of this world of people have fixed mindsets. Majority of people refuse to admit when they're wrong.
I think I said it on another episode, bro. We got to normalize changing our opinion after receiving some new information, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing to change your opinion.
No, it's not.
'Cause there's obviously this label that people put on people like, oh, you're easily swayed or you're easily, you know. And it's not even about being easily swayed.
No, it's called the open mind.
It's called having an open, simple as that, bro.
Yeah.
Why is that shunned upon so bad? Like, why is that looked down upon so badly in our society, bro?
Because when you have an open mind, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
When your mind is open, it's the most vulnerable place you could be is in a place where you're open-minded.
Yeah.
So people think about the reaction someone gives you when you challenge them on something.
Oh, yeah.
They defend it like it's
their
their last.
It's like, yeah, like, yo, come outside, bro.
Yeah, they want to defend it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That's an issue. that's an insecurity thing. Is that if me and you were talking about something, I have an opinion or something, and you don't agree with it, and you feel offended by that, and you think that you need to
take it outside,
or like just come at me and try to change my opinion, as opposed to hearing me out and listening to what I have to say and challenging.
So what's the difference between challenging someone else's opinion, and defending your own? Because there's a line when you want to defend your opinion because you think it's right, but at what point is it like, okay, maybe the other person is right? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know what the secret to winning any debate is? Asking questions.
Because sometimes they don't even know the answer to it.
Yeah, because if I'm asking you questions, and you have no answer for them, you know, that's how you win. You don't raise your voice. You don't state facts.
That's
you ask questions.
Though, bro. A lot of people, like, just because you're louder than me doesn't mean, you know.
No, I can argue. I can argue so well.
Yeah,
I never raise my voice. I keep it chill.
Sometimes raising your voice does need to be held. Sometimes, just time and place.
Sometimes, but you know, when you ask people questions and they have to, you need them to, when someone asks you a question, you need to respond with fact. Don't respond to me with, well, no.
Yeah.
Come with the facts. Because when if I'm the type of person, if I don't know something about something, I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
If I have any input on something, it's not purely opinion. It's an informed opinion.
Factual base, yeah.
I sometimes forget that people are not like me.
And that's it's tough.
It's tough because
it's really tough to navigate.
If you were to tell me about something right now, and I express an interest in it, and I'm hearing it come out of your mouth, after we leave this room, if I still have a continued interest in it, I'm going to go look it up myself. Yeah. People don't do that. People don't take it upon themselves to learn or confirm what they're learning. You know, and I think this has to do with just going through the education system and understanding fact checking and all that stuff. Yeah. You know, so if me and you're having a debate about politics, and you say something to me that I don't know if
you agree with,
if I don't know if I don't know if it sounds accurate, the accountability is on me to go see if that information is accurate or not. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because then if you start believing that, you're gonna start sharing that as well too. Yeah, and then so on and so forth.
This is social dilemma.
Yeah, that's a big issue that happens on social media all the time.
Yeah, that's the social dilemma right there. Is the biggest thing is the accuracy of the information that's being presented. Yeah, that's the biggest concern right now. That's how the Trump election was won. Yeah, that's how COVID has been, you know,
ramped up.
You know, all this stuff. So it's like,
so I've seen platforms like Instagram taking some measures towards that. Like sometimes it'll be political posts, but they'll have I don't know if you've seen them. They'll have that banner which is like, okay, this source may not be factual, but you know, go on and carry out your own discretion, right? So in that sense, they're doing their part and whatnot. So I think the website, one of them was like factchecker.ca or factchecker.com.
So Wikipedia is pretty accurate, by the way.
Wikipedia?
Yeah, you know why? Whatever information you put in Wikipedia, you have to source it.
Is that source always credible though?
Yeah, because if you look at the bottom of Wikipedia page, all the sources, because there's citations. Yeah, all the sources are there. If a source doesn't check out, Wikipedia goes back and changes it themselves.
So why can't we use it in school?
A professor told me you can. As long as you go and check the source where that information is coming from. No, you can't source Wikipedia.
But I'm saying, but
you can source the source
that's in Wikipedia. Yeah. That's a cheat code in itself.
That's a cheat code. Hey, you guys doing the paper? Uncle Joe got you. All right.
This guy said, no, that's a game changer. I sometimes, like, if I'm writing an essay or some shit, I know people can relate to me. Like, I'll Google, do my research, I'll look at a paper, but because I don't want to plagiarize what they're saying, I'll go to their sources and just take all of that. Because if their paper is like exactly what I'm doing, I'm taking all their sources, slapping them on my shit. Because a lot of times research is the hardest part writing. Once you have all the research and your ideas down, it's a smooth sailing after that.
You pick a topic, you have some sort of knowledge on you, some a little foundation.
Bro, writing when you're interested in is that's just smooth, bro. That shit is beautiful.
I remember I did a paper on Aaron Hernandez way before documentary.
That's crazy.
Just to talk about the representation of him.
Yeah.
This is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. I found out some shit I didn't even know.
His documentary was crazy, bro. I seen it on Netflix.
Yeah,
that's mod. I was like, yo.
But I feel like the documentary was, I feel like it's the same incredible? Shit was like the Michael Jackson documentary.
I didn't see it. I didn't even bother.
I'm not going to watch it, yeah. But I feel like the same shit. It's just some people coming, making up a story. Because the dude who made up the story about him being gay,
the football team,
I don't believe that shit.
Yeah. I just try not to. I try to take a lot of those things with a grain of salt.
You have to take everything with a grain of salt.
But there's some shit in documentaries or whatnot that it's like, there's no way this is fake. Like, I watched What the Health.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of... Okay, don't get me wrong. Actually, let me take that back. There's some shit in that documentary where I'm like, hey, this doesn't make sense. They said freaking eggs are equivalent of smoking a cigarette.
They said that?
Yeah.
Well, if they said cholesterol content, you can argue that, but it's not the same thing. It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Everything's context.
Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. So they said that. They also said something about how a lot of the previous diets back in like the Roman ages or whatnot were like mainly grass fed or whatever, mainly like veggies and shit like that. Again, the tests they used for that were a little shaky. So I try not to take everything within these documentaries as as it is. I try to take
you
it
shouldn't.
So you shouldn't 100%. But yeah, it's true to a point, exactly. So like after that, I'm like, okay, that's smoking an egg comparison. I'm like, this is an idiot thing. They also said some things that like made me change my whole diet around too. I haven't drank milk since like 2015, bro.
Welcome to the club.
We here, bro. We here, you know what I'm saying?
Cow milk has never been a thing.
Man. Shout out almond milk, man.
Almond milk is where it's at.
Shout out them boys over at Silk.
Hey, we don't
do Silk.
They don't pay us. Silk, y'all don't pay us.
Hey, we here for you though. We here for you.
Y'all don't pay us.
We're gonna talk about that, but
yeah, no, almond milk is where it's at. But we're gonna have to stop. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But some real shit. It's like, you gotta be a skeptic
with everything.
Yeah. I'll come with you to your pyramid scheme meeting, your multi-level marketing. I'll come. But I'm gonna go in there with a grain of salt.
Okay.
As I should with everything. Even in school. You go to your learning shit, grain of salt.
Yeah, you have to. You
gotta go beyond. You always gotta go beyond whatever is presented.
Yeah.
Leave none of what you see and half of what you hear.
Bro, every idea that you hear comes from someone else. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, you can't accept everything that comes to you. There's no such thing like, I was talking about this in a previous episode. There's no such thing as having like there's an original idea, because everything we think of is in a sense influenced, or majority of what we think of is influence.
It's influence.
Whether it's from something we seen on Twitter or something we seen on the road or something we seen on the radio or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but everybody's influences are different.
Yeah, but I'm saying is there such thing as a idea that you can think of that no one else has touched or implemented in any way? Or yeah, let me ask you that.
It doesn't matter, because only thing that counts is who goes and executes the idea.
Who patents it? Yeah, okay.
This country rewards the doers, not the thinkers.
Of course, bro. 100%. That's a bar right there.
So, like, you have an idea, you got to run with it. And to be quite frank with you, the more and more I exist in this world, like, as each day goes by, I realize more and more I want to be able to kind of contribute more of my ideas.
Yeah.
After listening to Kanye on Joe Rogan.
That was a game changer there, yeah.
I was like, yo, Kanye is not actually crazy.
He isn't, bro.
He's not.
His ideas are very progressive and very forward thinking. There's a lot of people they fail to understand the way he thinks, because he thinks differently than other people.
Because everybody else is sheep. They just follow whatever they've been.
Whatever's plain and whatever's simple.
Yeah, whatever's in the box.
Digest, yeah.
Here comes a guy who thinks
different.
Literally thinks like, yeah. The more I listen to Kanye, the more and more I'm like, yo, he's actually more and more like us than we think.
Yeah.
Because he's just a bunch of ideas. Yeah, that can't really fucking express itself.
His tangents and his rabbit holes that he goes down towards, it's actually like amazing to see, because like the way he can go down these holes from one idea to the next, but still bring it back to like his original idea. It's crazy, bro. Like if I go on for an idea and I go on another idea and that idea leads to another thing, I'll forget about what I was originally talking about or the point that I was trying to make. He can go back to it like nothing. You know?
I feel like his brain works like this. Like regular people, their brain works on, here's one idea.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is what you run with. This is what you go for. This is what you're always thinking about.
Yeah.
Maximum 2 ideas.
2 ideas, yeah.
Okay? And if you have a child or something, 3.
That's on a good day. 2 is on a good day.
So 3.
Yeah.
I think Kanye's is like idea, and it all interconnects. And when he's expressing his ideas, they all come out at the same time. Yeah. So they sound crazy. But it's just that he's not. Notice how when you watch him on TMZ, he always sounds like a kook. He always sounds crazy.
Framing it though. Yeah.
It's not just that. How long is a bit on TMZ?
That's how they're framing it.
How long is it? Like 30 seconds? A minute?
They're taking the most sensational part about it.
He sat there on Joe Rogan for 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours is enough time to dissect one idea into the sub-idea and the sub-idea and the sub-idea. So, like, it's not that he's crazy. It's that just people try to put him in this slot.
Yeah.
And that slot is not enough to really expand on whatever he expresses in that slot.
It's tough to like speak or articulate anything when you know people can manipulate anything you say. And that's why it's so careful when you're in positions of that, you know, stature, magnitude. It's like important to articulate what you want to say well, so that therefore you're protecting yourself from whoever or whatever, you know. But it's
these guys aren't in the NBA, man. Like NBA people have media training.
Yeah,
they're taught what to say to the cameras.
Do rappers get that? Do artists get that?
Maybe they have a they have PR and stuff like a publicist. But how many of them really? Yeah,
yeah.
You know, I think a PR is a great,
very underrated craft.
Very underrated.
Yeah,
not just craft. It's just a very underrated person to have in a team.
Yeah,
but do you think Donald Trump has a publicist?
For sure, I say so.
Probably got fired, but you fired.
He probably got fired. He probably got fired, or he's just a yes man. One or the other.
You fired. Billions and billions. Bro, whenever that guy talks, I actually just start dying.
It's funny, bro. It's funny. This guy mastered. I know you practice in the mirror, bro.
You politicians.
Yeah, I know you practice in the mirror for sure, bro. Don't kill me.
I should have pulled up with a little wig on Halloween. Billions and billions
of dollars.
Billions.
You're fired.
Built the wall. It's a great wall. One of the best walls of all time.
All these idiots.
You politicians, you idiots. You know? No president, with the exception of maybe Abraham Lincoln, has done what Donald Trump has done for black people. That's the type of shit he says. It's like
his shit is always like like anything outlandish. He says is either outlandish, or that.
Yeah,
it's just outlandish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Donald Trump is the Charles Barkley of politics. You can see it.
I'm trying to think about that.
Think about it. Think about the outlandish shit you've heard Charles Barkley say.
Charles has had some sad, but
nah, Paul Pierce is a straight up hater. Like
I'd say Donald. Yeah, hold on.
Billions and billions. Oh my god,
dog. I'm trying to think. Nah, there's a better one for that though, bro.
And Charles Barkley,
better one for that.
Charles Barkley.
He's
sorry, Chuck.
It's crazy. You gonna do my man Chuck like that, bro?
Billions and billions.
You're fired. You're fired.
We have a great system. Okay,
it'll work.
I talked to the scientists. They're really brilliant scientists. Some of the best in the world.
Yo, the way he makes his voice light and shit like that, bro, is funny, dog. Holy shit.
Bro, he's actually so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, how people, like, he's like, that's nothing. Is Donald Trump actually racist? Have we ever actually heard him say something racist? Listen. We've heard him, like, not say shit and say that he's racist. Mm-hmm. But has he ever actually said, yeah, I don't like black people. They're costing me billions and billions and billions of dollars. He's like, have we ever fired? You're black, you're fired.
Yo,
have we ever actually heard him explicitly
just come out with a statement like that?
Yeah, or is everything just implicit?
Everything is implicit, and we have to be cautious of how the media paints certain pictures.
Like, I feel that he's racist.
Oh, 100%.
I feel it, but when I watch him, I'm like, has he given me an actual reason to say that he's racist?
It's just about what he does rather than what he says.
Yeah.
But I think also you have to take into account like how media paints pictures and how dangerous it may be. When's the last positive thing you heard about Trump?
If it's not coming out of his mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it kind of questions like, okay, what side is the media on? Who's paying the media to do that?
Yeah. I think he's a bigot. Oh, completely. I feel in my heart he's racist.
Yeah.
You know?
I can say that. But
when I watch him, you know, yeah, he doesn't condemn white supremacy.
Yeah. But he allows it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He doesn't speak on the struggles of black people.
But he allows it to continue.
Throws money at HBCUs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel that he is racist.
Yeah.
But when I watch him, I'm like, is there anything he's actually done?
Yeah.
Like him, Donald Trump himself.
Oh, actually, Didn't he sign off on the Central Park 5?
The Central Park 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's racist.
That's
Yeah. He's racist. He's racist. So, but I was like, I was speaking on like because if the documentary didn't come out, we wouldn't even know that.
Yeah, I know, and that's the power of documentaries, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the whole conspiracy about him saving the fucking children and that shit. The fucking this
Pizzagate.
not Pizzagate. It's something the QAnon or something. You heard of it?
There's shit going on.
No, QAnon. I don't know, bro.
Oh,
QAnon. QAnon. I don't know what it's called, bro.
There's a new conspiracy.
There's conspiracies all left,
bro.
right, and center. But some people are really like,
yeah,
are really fending it with their lives and like,
nah, this is yo, run that, bro. You dealing with like,
yo, no, I'm with the Q.
Come on, bro.
No, not wearing no mask.
Talk about that. Yo, don't talk about this guy like that, bro. What are you dealing with? Come on, bro.
There's some clowns really locked in their basements, really thinking like, yo, this is some real shit.
I know,
and I understand conspiracies.
They don't see sunlight.
What was the first conspiracy you ever thought like came across?
First conspiracy, probably be the assassination of JFK.
That was the first one. Mine was Tupac being alive.
Being alive?
Yeah.
I'd say this is just like as a youth, like as a kid, like growing up. Probably. Oh, Santa Claus.
That's not a conspiracy.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus not a conspiracy.
Not a conspiracy?
How's Santa Claus a conspiracy?
If you're 7 years old, you're thinking like, yo, this guy's real. Some people are telling you he's fake. At the time, he's a conspiracy. At the time. At the time.
He's not real.
Tell that to 7-year-old me.
Idiot. Santa Claus. I will say, listen, bro, listen, little Andre. There's no such thing as Santa Claus. Your parents go to fucking buy your gifts and shove them in your tree, and you wake up and you think.
They telling me you never believed in Santa at a point, bro? I lied. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the Christmas movies every December. Exactly.
They play along with it.
You see the presents every morning. You're like, yeah.
So you thought Tooth Fairy was real too?
100%. Are you crazy?
I'd be waking up in the middle of the night to try to.
I try to catch that, you know. And I wake up at like a 7, 8 a.m. I see a toonie under my pillow. I'm like, this is crazy. I'll ask my mom, yo, she's saying, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, okay, this guy's real. This guy's real.
Listen,
but we grow
Andre.
up, we learn. Listen, man.
Listen, little Andre.
Listen, man.
All right.
Listen,
there ain't no Santa Claus. All right.
Okay, my first
Christmas is ruined because of COVID.
Yo, it's crazy because like
Santa Claus can't travel.
The way Christmas got ruined for me was crazy, bro. Like I'm still hurt to this day, dog. Like it's insane. So usually there's presents that come. Usually you'll see some presents on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? So there's one Christmas Day I woke up, there's no presents. I'm like, damn, something's up here. You know what I'm saying? So I leave the crib. My mom's like, yeah, just go out for a bit. Go for a walk, something like that. Something like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Go for a walk, come back 10 minutes later. I walk in the crib. I hear the gift wrapping sounds upstairs. I hear the tape. I'm like, damn. Like, yo, at that moment, I was like, shit, mom, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Pain in your eyes.
I was like, yo, it's crazy,
son,
bro.
Where'd you find this?
And then, that's all she wrote, man. After that, I'm like, okay, this is cool. It's a gift giving holiday, but to this day, man, like, to me, Christmas is just kind of like just a good time. Just it's more about family for me. Mm-hmm. The older you get, Christmas becomes more about family and just sharing good times with good people rather than the gifts themselves. But
you don't think it's a fuel for consumerism?
That too as well. But I'm just talking from as a person, yeah, not for companies, obviously. But
Black Friday, Cyber Monday,
Cyber Monday, Boxing Day. Yeah. So Boxing Day is overrated, bro. It's not even. There's no discounts there, bro.
Only electronics.
Yeah, really? Barely.
Electronics, barely.
You ever shopped on Boxing Day?
Yeah.
Got some steals?
Yeah, like the last few years, I try to just see what electronics are on sale.
Yeah.
Or some shit online.
Yeah. Have you ever went in a Boxing Day crowd though? I know you done the Eaton Center crowd. Yeah.
Downtown's your backyard. Yeah, you dabble.
I know you dabble in it.
And then see what's on sale.
Yeah, you find any?
Yeah, you can find some good shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Boxing Day? Yeah. You're lying to yourself.
You should be patient. You can't be like it's not
patient. There's like 2,000 people in the mall with you, bro. What do you mean patient?
Yeah,
but they're trying to run you over. There's no such thing.
That's
as
nonsense.
There's no such thing as patience.
Listen, just because everybody else is running doesn't mean you have to run,
buddy. If there's a stampede, you saw. That's how I know you never been to Carabana.
I've been to Carabana.
You never been to Carabana.
I've been to Carabana.
So you're telling me you walk through the madness. The gunshots happen, you walk in.
Oh, I'm behind a tree. I seen one before. It happened.
You seen the shots? You seen the shots pop off?
Oh yeah.
You walk.
I ran behind a tree.
And you stay behind the tree.
Yeah, I was watching to see what happens. Police empty the clip in there.
Nah, bro, that's crazy, bro.
They empty the clip. They put 9 shots in the man.
You gotta go with the flow, bro.
50.
It's like being on a highway, bro.
You don't have to always go.
You're going you're on 100 on a highway where people are going 120. What are you doing
Keep
here?
going with the flow with everybody else. Let me know how. Let me know that.
I'm going with the flow so I don't crash. You trying to crash?
Shit. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Shit, man. But
no, man, you can't go with the flow all the time, man.
no, of course, not all the time, bro. But I'm just
Sometimes
talking about Boxing Day.
You gotta take it with a grain of salt, and you gotta go against the grain. Just keep the grain. That's it.
That grain's not. That's not gonna fill you up, bro.
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is very
No, but Boxing Day, I'm too old to do Boxing Day now. If I really want something, I just watch it and wait for the price to drop at the right time and buy it.
A lot of my shopping I do online now too.
Oh, I've been at Amazon Prime for the last 2 years.
Oh, that's one of the best I'd say investments I've made to this day.
Prime, right?
Yeah, Prime membership, bro.
You know what grinds my gears?
What?
The people who be like eat the rich but have a Prime account.
It's the idiot thing. Those are the same people that have a Netflix account too. What are you doing?
Yeah. Bill Gates shouldn't have this much money. Bezos shouldn't have this much. Bro, what does watching another man's pockets ever do for you?
It will never make your pockets bigger.
Never.
You tweeted that. It will never make your pockets bigger. That's why I like that pocket watching and like watching everyone's moves, bro. What are you doing? How does that make yourself better, bro? No. It doesn't.
I mean, we watch some people's moves with being,
not like,
media,
I'm talking like
entertainment
studying
and stuff like that.
I'm talking studying a man's move. Like you're not, unless it's someone that's like you're trying to aspire to. Like if you're gonna study someone, like
emulate someone, you're gonna emulate.
Yeah, like someone in your field, your craft, you want to study what they do and how they got there. Pocket watching.
I just feel like too many people put too much energy in the money somebody else has instead of worrying about the money you got. It's too much. There's a lot of mismanaged energy out here, man.
Oh man, energy is important, man, and where you put it is important too.
Can't fake the funk with me. I know what's up.
You can read it, you can see it,
you can feel it.
You feel it.
I trust the vibes.
Trust the vibes. Oh, you're one of those guys.
Oh yeah, vibes don't lie.
Vibes don't lie.
When you're on alert, you're on alert. Those are vibes.
You feel the vibe.
Yeah.
So there's never a point where vibes can lie.
I don't think so.
I think so.
No, I think I don't think the vibe lies. I think you may not know how to
read the
vibes, and I think being able to read vibes comes with having information subconsciously.
I think vibes can lie.
I don't think so, man.
Because people are very good at selling vibes.
You can't sell a vibe, bro.
You can't sell a vibe, bro.
When's the last time someone sold you a vibe?
What do you think? How do you think actors are a thing?
That's not selling a vibe.
People are good at acting.
That's selling a role. And even like,
I'm not talking about, okay, I mean like acting. Like if I'm gonna act, you could act like you like people. You could act like you want to do something.
You mean actors, like actual actors?
Not actual actors. I'm just talking about like acting itself. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
People believe the words. They don't believe the vibes.
Words are part of the vibes.
No, it's not. Words and vibes are not the same.
But they're intertwined, bro.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, bro. What someone says to you and how they say it are part of a vibe.
Yeah, what someone says to you can be a lie. And the way they say it is their vibe.
But people are good at acting and saying it that goes along with the vibe. You know what I'm trying to say?
Nah, you need to do some homework, bro.
Nah, I'm telling you. What do you mean homework? This is experience, bro.
Homework, bro.
This is experience, bro.
You need to open up
shut the hell
some
up,
textbooks.
Man. Shut the hell up, bro.
Because you can spot a liar. The signs are always there.
Yeah.
And if you take shit with a grain of salt, you know.
What I'm trying to say is some people are better at lying than others. Do you think you'd always spotted a liar?
I think I've always felt if someone might be lying, that's a vibe. If you felt that someone's lying, doesn't mean you spotted a liar. It's that you're second guessing what they're telling you.
Yeah.
And it's up to you. So that second guess right there, that's your intuition. You have to decide yourself if you're gonna listen to your intuition or
Could
not.
also be a trauma response.
Not all the time.
Could be.
Yeah. But I think if you...
What's the difference between intuition and a trauma response? Because sometimes our intuition might say, okay, this isn't a good idea.
Healing is the difference. If you're not whole and recovered from whatever traumas... Because I don't think trauma has to be a permanent thing.
No.
I think trauma, eventually you fight those demons, you overcome them. That way those trauma responses become clear from my experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still have trauma.
Yeah.
I have
They're
trauma
different for
responses.
everyone. Yeah.
But I just know what they come from. But it's also like, you know what to look for now.
Yeah.
You know, it's called alert. Being alert is awareness.
But I think a lot of times trauma, intuition gets confused for trauma. Like if you've been through a situation, whether, like say for instance, it's like, you know, someone just done you wrong and whatnot. So the next person you go with, your intuition's telling you, okay, don't trust them. But really that's a response to what someone has done before to you.
Yeah, that means you just haven't taken the time to heal yourself.
And that's a big part of the process too, man. Just taking the time to heal. I don't think that happens as much as it should happen.
Well, we don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it.
No one does. No one talks about it.
That's why we talk. That's why we talk about it.
That's why we're here, man.
That's why we're here.
Shit, man.
You know, for all the relationship advice.
You got you, man.
Him more than me.
Got you.
I'll lead you astray.
Good, bro.
If you want good movie recommendations, I got you.
I'm toxic as hell. You don't want relationship advice from me. Good, man. I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
So I never asked this guy for
bro.
relationship advice.
Nah, dead ass. I'm wholesome. Come on, bro. When's the last toxic thing I did, bro? Come on. It's like 2015, man. Come on. On that note, shit. Got any last words, bro?
Are you just gonna end the podcast off on a lie?
Huh?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You just gonna say that's a lie right now? That's foul,
I didn't
bro.
say nothing.
That's mud. That's what we're doing now.
If that's what you,
they're calling me liars on the podcast right now. That's crazy, bro. What's wrong with this guy?
I'm not buying whatever you selling.
Crazy. Edmonton has done a number on you, bro. It's calling people liars. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Shit. Any last words, bro?
Yeah, just like that, man.
Shit.
www.thegiftedguy.com.
You know where to email your questions, comments, concerns.
Don't even email us. Don't email us.
Nah, I like emails. I like checking that. We all like checking emails. We're adults now.
Don't email me unless it's an e-transfer.
Yeah. E-transfer, Cash App.
We don't have Cash App.
I know. I just like saying Cash App though.
We got.
It flows out the tongue well. Yeah, Cash App.
Cash App.
Interact e-transfer is too much. You know. Yeah, Cash App me, bro.
E-transfer. We're not American.
Anyways, I'm half American.
Our vote doesn't. Our vote's not doesn't matter right now.
You love having Trump's name in your mouth though.
Funny guy. Billions and billions.
Anyways, man. On that note.